Your thoughts are powerful. Your thoughts create your reality. And most people don't fully understand that, don't fully grasp the power, the creative power of our thoughts. And if you were to simply realize how creative your thoughts are, you will be super careful, super aware, super alert to anything that goes on in your mind, because you will realize that the cause of your experiences arises in your thoughts. That's how creative and powerful your thoughts are. It is like the fabric of our experiences. That's how we know reality, right? To our thoughts and to our feelings. So when you think about something, you rationalize it, you give it a meaning. So you give it a conscious understanding of what that object, situation, person, or event is, and how you feel about it in that situation. This is pretty much how you experience your reality. Yeah? And so, for example, if you start to think of something or someone as bad, for whatever reason, you start to think it bad, you start to focus on it, and now all of a sudden you start to feel a certain way toward that thing or that person. Now, from that moment, what happens afterward, the cascade of effect that stem from those thoughts and feelings are all directly equivalent to the original thought and feelings that you have about it. And then you start to act toward that person, to make decisions and behaviors and more thoughts and more words and more behaviors that are aligned with that. So you can see how once you start to program a certain set of thoughts and feeling and are entangled and becomes like a belief system, it starts to drive and create certain patterns in your reality. That is the fabric of our reality. Because think about this for a second. Your subconscious mind, okay, which is like a gigantic supercomputer, like a 3D printer that just creates your reality based on the program that is encoded into it. So what your subconscious mind needs is a code, a program, an app, right? Something to create from. And so your subconscious mind is always observing, eardropping on your thoughts, because that is pretty much what is typing up and coding new sets of program into the subconscious mind, or perpetuating the same old automatic thought, the same old automatic program, which will then result in the same old creation pattern and result in your experiences. So you have to really understand that as you start to have those mental pictures or those, mental thoughts in your mind, and you do it over and over and over again, you're creating a code that your subconscious mind will then act on, and you will experience the result in it. And so the program that the subconscious mind acts on are those beliefs that you have. And a belief is nothing more than a thought that you repeated over and over and over again with enough certainty that it started to become true, that it started to become normal, that it started to become so deeply ingrained in you that now you're living the result of that conditioning. So once you understand that your thoughts and your belief, right, but originally it all comes from a thought, a sponsoring thought if you want, and that thought, as long as you don't undo it, as long as you repeat it, as long as it is still present, as long as you still believe in it, will continue to hold its weight in your reality, especially if you conditioned it for so long and that it holds so much weight in you. So if you truly want to change anything, shift anything in your life, you cannot do it if you do not change your thoughts about that thing, that person, that situation that you want to change. Because, for example, if you want to change your self-esteem, right, and you want to feel better about yourself and more confident and more enthusiastic, social, whatever it may be, right, just expand your sense of self-worth. You cannot do that if you keep on thinking to yourself the same thought, and you keep on feeling sorry about yourself, and you keep beating yourself up, and you keep, having all those victim thoughts in your mind. You will not be able to change or to create any form of long-lasting change with the same form of thoughts that are repeating. It's the same with money, it's the same with relationship, it's the same for any other area of your life. If you keep on telling yourself that you cannot do something, that you're too stupid, too ugly, that you don't have the time, the money, the energy, the resources, you will keep on experiencing that. And as Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you can't, you are right. So you see, if you go in any endeavor with the attitude, right, the thought behind the attitude, I can't do this, it's too hard, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it, your chances of success are extremely low. Let's be honest. When you start any project, any challenge, any goal with a negative attitude like that, you can already pretty much guess what the result will be. So you have to be aware of what is going on in your mind, in your thoughts, in your inner conversation, in your inner dialogue, because this is what will perpetuate and create situations in your life. And people fail to realize that because it's so intangible, and sometimes it's so hard to connect, because not every thought manifests straight away. In fact, most of your thoughts, barely manifest or create anything in your life, because otherwise it will be crazy. You think about a blue elephant and boom, it pops in, right? So it will be crazy. But it's the most dominant thought, the most repetitive one, the one that really goes deep in your subconscious mind, that you start to really experience the most, that really shape your reality in a very deeply unique way. So you gotta look at your thoughts, you gotta analyze it, you gotta reflect. What are the thoughts that I keep on telling myself, and especially the most limiting, the most negative one, about yourself, self-image, or about your life, your ability, and the world? And you gotta challenge those thoughts, and you gotta rise above those thoughts. As Einstein said, you cannot solve a problem from the same level of consciousness that created it. So if your level of consciousness right now, meaning your level of thoughts right now, is here, and you're trying to experience a life here, you gotta bring yourself up there, or you will continue to experience here wanting this, but feeling like fuck because you're here. So life is a reflection of your inner world, but your inner world is created by how you think, and that leads to how you feel, and how you feel create more of how you think. So now you're in that endless crazy loop, which can be good if you're in a loop of appreciation and gratitude or joy, right? But all of that requires self-mastery, and a lot of people don't like sitting down, observing their thought, noticing, taking that time to create, actively engage in new positive self-talk, because it feels weird, it feels difficult, it takes a lot of time and effort, and yes it does, but it is so extremely rewarding and life-changing, especially if you maintain that for a while and then encode it in your supercomputer, in your subconscious mind, and then you start to see the results, and you start to get evidence that supports those results. This is how you become a conscious creator of your reality, by changing the thoughts, the beliefs that you have about anything in your life. But first, you gotta ask yourself, what are those thoughts that are limiting me? What are those thoughts that keep on preventing me from reaching the next level? What are those stories that I keep telling myself? Because stories are nothing more than a pack of thoughts, a group of thoughts that you have toward a certain thing. So if you keep living that story and you keep giving it your energy and your focus, and you believe in it, you will keep on experiencing it. So this is my little rant about why it's so powerful for you to really stop, pause, observe, reflect, and change your inner conversation, your dialogue, your thoughts, whatever you want to call whatever is happening in your mind, and rewrite that story. Rewrite the thought. Start to think in a way that is aligned to the life and the experiences that you want to have. In the Bible it says, let the weak man say, I am strong. We could easily say, let the poor man say, I am rich. I am able to change my financial situation. I am able to transform my life. You get it. The cause of your experiences starts in your mind. So go there and change what is happening in your mind right now. And if you do that enough until it becomes normal, different, anchored in a new reality, anchored in a new level of mind, you will see the reflection, because life is like a mirror reflecting back that new level of mind, that new level of consciousness. Put it to the test for 30 days and you will see for yourself the phenomenal results. Let me know what you think, guys, in a comment. As always, thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more of this type of videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell, and we'll see you next time, guys. Be well.